am so impressed with the person I'm bringing on next. She is a blogger from the New York Press Club. Yes. She's also an anchor and a reporter for News 12 in Connecticut. And this year, you guys, this is so cool. She won a New York Emmy. How fabulous is that? So please put your hands together and welcome to the stage the very well-dressed Ms. Kovar.
And Leanne, that was really nice that you mentioned the Emmy. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Let me tell you what, though, it doesn't take a genius to win awards. You know, I make mistakes all the time. For example, just last week on the air, I said, a local man dies on the railroad tracks for the 3rd time.
It's okay though, because everyone knows the key to good television journalism is like really good hair.
I work in local news, so people often ask me, well, where do you find your news stories? And I say, well, the same place you get your news, the newspaper. I'm a morning anchor. So I have to be at work at 4 a.m. every morning. You know, but I get off early, so I can be home and like at the bar by 11 a.m. Which is really nice because the guys I'm meeting are all in there from the night before. These guys don't have beer goggles, they've got Scotch goggles. I look amazing. Now, the only problem with this group of guys is that when I say, oh my God, it's like 3 p.m., I have to get home and get to bed, they think I'm trying to pick them up. I am. The biggest mistake you can make, though, is dating a coworker, right? Yeah, I made that mistake with the weather guy. And you know how annoying it is to talk to somebody who always thinks there's a green screen behind him? Try to have a serious conversation with him. You know, I'm like, so, are we a couple?
Well, Heather, the chance of a relationship today is like 26%. But as we, you know, you're gonna see patches of moodiness and insensitivity. And as we take a look a little further down into our week, you can see things aren't looking so clear because I've got issues. Back to you, Heather.
Why can't I just meet a construction worker or something? They get up early too. A girl can dream. I do have a scary new stalker, though, who follows me on Twitter, Plurk, Plaxo, MySpace, Facebook, and LinkedIn, and comments on every single blog posting that I write. And I finally said, Mom, you have to stop this. I'm just afraid she's going to show up at my doorstep one day. Good thing she lives in Texas, crazy Texas. I started my career in Dallas, and I moved to upstate New York for an anchor job. So, I know. So I always heard,
Yo, it must have been a big change coming from Texas to New York.
and I'm like, I left a place with big hair and bad accents for a place with big hair and bad accents. The biggest difference I've noticed is the strip clubs. In Dallas, the girls look like the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. In upstate New York, they look like the Dallas Cowboys. This lady's looking at me like, what are you doing in the strip clubs? And I'm like, research? And you know, they're open at 11 a.m. for a drink. When people recognize me, they really say the nicest things. Like, you're not as fat as you look on TV! Thank you. And you know, really, thank you, Sony, for now making all of the TV screens this way. You know, yeah, you see this sit? It looks really good in HD. New York City's changing. They just opened a Bed Bath & Beyond in my Upper West Side neighborhood. You know, that's elitist. Everyone knows there's not room for anything beyond a bed and a bath in New York City apartments. I do have a dog, I fit into mine, and when I walk her, strangers come up to her and try to pet her. I say, she's a woman. Wine, dine her, then feel her up. All right, you guys have been great. Thank you so much. I'm Heather Kovar, and I want to thank my mentor, Tim Brompier. He is so funny, such a great guy. Thank you. Thank you, Liam.
You know, there's a reason why they chose me to host and not judge, because she would have won just on the shoes. Did y'all see those shoes?